Hello everyone. I'm very happy that you've come to my presentation about FME and SAP today. As you can see on this title slide, today's topic is Locate Your Business Data. I will show you in the next few minutes how you can leverage your business data with combining it with spatial data. All of that in a context of FME meets SAP HANA. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Andre and I'm with Conterra for 3 years now. I joined the Data Integration Project Services team as a consultant. Besides my certification as an FME certified professional and trainer, I am also a certified application associate for SAP HANA since 2019. I want to start this talk with why we should locate our business data. There are a few questions you have to ask yourself when working with business and spatial data. First, your data will probably not sit in the same database or not even in the same format. So how to solve this issue? Then, you need to know where your business data is stored and what data you want to enrich with spatial context. And finally, to gain value from data enrichment, how can this leverage my strategic business planning? Unfortunately, the amount of your company's data, regardless whether business or spatial data, could be enormous, and the data could be stored anywhere like in this picture. I think you will agree when I say that a human cannot derive any critical information from this mess of data displayed on the screen. So here, you will find yourself in a situation where you have too much information as well as data which are not relevant for decision making. What you need is focused and aggregated information combined in a customized application that satisfies your needs. Speaking of a focused application, our colleagues from SAP Germany set up an emergency response app for power outages. The data, spatial and customer data, is stored in a single SAP HANA database. With this application, the customer manages the deployment of a technician which is closest to the transformer or the power line in the case of a power outage. Additionally, the application provides a messaging service to all of the affected customers. Let's check out this demo. So this is an app for a network operator in Berlin. You see a map of Berlin, and you see some spatial data, which represents the power lines and transformers in this area from this network operator. And because it's an emergency response app, the network operator is able to react to incidents happens almost in real time. So, for example, there is a transformer which broke down. You see it highlighted in red here. And the guy from the network operator decides now what to do next. And from the chatbot, which is integrated in this app, he can choose from different options. So there's a proposal of 3 options: see the affected customers, send a technician, or assess the risks. So for this demo, we will look at the affected customers. So if I hit the button, the app shows me all of the customers which are affected by this power outage. So as you can see now, there are over 3,000 households which are affected and probably got no power. And the first step for the operator is to inform all of the customers. So there's where the customer data lies. So the business data, which includes the address of the customers, are in an SAP HANA database, which is implemented in this app. So right now with this button, I can inform all of the customers with one click. So it asks me to send message to all of the customers. I said, okay. And now you can see that over 3,000 households are informed about the power outage. So the next step would be to repair this transformer. So from the chatbot, I can say, okay, right now, send a technician. I hit the button and the app shows me driving time polygons from around the incident. And I can see there are 5 technicians in this area. So in the best case, I want to inform the technician which is the closest to the incident. So I will check for our technician here. Say it's Silvana. And Silvana only drives around 5 minutes to the broken transformer. But right now, I think she's busy because it says that the technician is unavailable. So I will decide to check for the next one. The next one is Ike. Ike is available, but his skill set doesn't match for this transformer broke down. So I will select the next one. It's Oliver. Oliver is available and he got the skills to repair that transformer. He will drive around 6 minutes 40. And for that, I will deploy the technician. The technician is informed via SMS right now. I hit OK. And Oliver got an SMS and he will drive to the broken transformer and will fix it. So that's a very good example on how to combine your business data, for example, the customer's address and the customer's location itself, with the spatial data in a map-centered application. All of that in one SAP HANA database. This is a very informative slide about the advantages of using SAP HANA. I won't go much into detail, but there are 3 things I want to mention. First, SAP HANA supports the native use of spatial data types, storage, processing, analysis, and services. So it's very easy to import spatial data to SAP HANA and perform spatial analysis like union or buffering natively. Second, SAP HANA harmonized very well with S3 technologies, making it the first ever in-memory database delivered to ArcGIS customers as a service. Also, HANA was provided in the cloud as well as on-premise, and HANA is a supported enterprise geodatabase with S3's ArcGIS Enterprise and ArcGIS Pro. And last but not least, speaking of the in-memory technology, SAP HANA is really fast, even when it comes to large data sets. Just for a benchmark, in a scale-out environment, HANA can keep volumes up to a petabyte of data in memory, by returning query results in under a second. After that, let's have a look at how your data is distributed across your company. At the bottom of this slide, you can see all kinds of different data. You have, of course, your business data. You have CAD, GIS, satellite images, LiDAR data, sensor data as well. And this data is all stored in different databases for either your IT department on your left side or your GIS department on the right side. So to optimize it, working on the same data source should be enabled. Then you have only one place where you store your business and spatial data. So how can you combine this data? The easy answer is, of course, use FME. The better answer is use FME and SAP HANA and unify the 2 worlds. Use FME to load, merge, validate all kinds of data into the in-memory database of SAP HANA. Then use SAP HANA's built-in functions to process, analyze, and enrich your data in real time. With this, you will make SAP HANA to your single source for transaction and analytics. Plus, you do not have to maintain more than one system anymore. So after that, all of your transactions in your company are right now spatially distributed across your data. In this slide, I want to demonstrate how FME can be used to not only load data once to an SAP HANA system, but to synchronize data across time. With the capability of running automated tasks, for example, automations and schedules, FME server is able to keep your data updated. Plus, you want to use FME to harmonize all different kinds of data, when it doesn't matter where it comes from, for example, services, databases, or files. Additionally, you can leverage your data and put it on the map with the capabilities from the S3 product family. For example, you could use ArcGIS Online to distribute a map of your monthly sales per country and point out where you improved or maybe lost some sale positions. Okay, let's now have a quick look on how FME can handle multiple data sets and load them all into a SAP HANA database. You see now a workspace, and on the right-hand side, you will find several FME writer feature types that all write spatial data to an SAP HANA database using the SAP HANA writer. Unlike the unified output, the input consists of a lot of different data types and formats. Here, we have DGN files, S3 geodatabase, AutoCAD data, SAP HANA non-spatial business data, you name it. We got all of them. And as you can see, for example, we are using geocoding on our non-spatial business data, making it spatial. Let's have a look at the data we are dealing with. You should be already familiar with the data from the demo at the beginning of the talk. So right now you can see the buildings that are affected by the power outage. We are doing a lot of validation here. For example, using the attribute validator or the geometry validator to check for inconsistencies in our geometries. So in this scenario, we use FME to validate, analyze, and spatially aggregate our input data. Plus, we are using several report functions like the HTML report generator and the logger to track the validation status of our data. Finally, we load our validated, analyzed, and transformed data into our SAP HANA database. And you can see we are writing it to several tables in that database. In the end, we are producing an QA report based on the features that failed the validation process using the HTML report generator and the HTML layouter. I want to end my presentation with a conclusion. What are the benefits of combining FME and SAP HANA? First, if you already have FME and SAP HANA, these two systems playing perfectly along. In this case, you don't need to have to care about other systems, technologies, and different data formats. You are then able to integrate your data from all over the place into your databases. And with the advantages of FME Server, you can even automate tasks, create dynamic workflows, and synchronize backend jobs. With the very last slide, I want to share our service offering to you, the Conterra Spatial Discovery. With our experts, you will gain insight into the geopotential of your business processes in a 3-day workshop. The keyword here is spatial enabling of your business processes. Together with your company, we will evaluate and analyze the possibility of making your business processes spatial. In the final presentation, there will be a summary of the outcome as well as an outlook about further possible steps. With this information, I want to thank you for your attention. And if you want to dive deeper into the spatial enabling of your business data, feel free to get in touch with us on one or the other of our channels. Subsequently, we are available for your questions and comments. Have a nice day and bye-bye.